Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar. Thank you for attending this webinar, a deep dive into Lexzur's new features and enhancements. So let me first of all introduce myself. I'm Elise Khouri. I'm the training manager here at App for Legal at Lexzur. Thank you for taking time and being here today. We'll be running a live Q&A at the end of the session, so feel free to ask all your questions. And if you miss anything, don't worry, we'll be sending around the recording once it's available. So let me share my screen first. So today we'll be looking at the following topics. So of course, this webinar, it aims to provide valuable insights, demonstration, and explanation to help you fully understand the new capabilities introduced by Lexzur. So the key topics to be covered is, first of all, how to customize the email templates added for emails sent through invoices, matters, contracts, and personalized email templates for both core and contra notifications. How you can access the new collection form for processing invoices payments. The ability to create duplicates or clones of transactions like invoices, bills, and journals. Generation of a new report available now in the billing module called VAT Audit Report, designed to meet ZATCA requirements. Customize the matter view page by adding new sections, pages with custom fields, and the customization of the client portal homepage, and some controls with the attachments in the client portal, milestones, and adding contracts through new requests as well. Let me start then with the first topic. So now you can customize the email templates for sending emails in matters, in invoices, and in contracts. So you can create multiple variations, subject, messages, add custom fields, information according, of course, to your preferences. So to be able to initiate this customization process, you should navigate to the system settings. Of course, only the administrator will have access to do so. So from the system settings of the application, under the matters, so if you'd like to configure the email templates related to matters, matters means cases and corporate matters inside the system. You just need, under the matters section, to click on the email templates, as you can see here. And now you can manage your matter email templates and create new ones if needed. So if you'd like to create a new template, you just need to click on the plus sign. Some mandatory fields should be filled in, like first of all, the template name, the subject of the email itself, and in the subject of the email, we have the option to create some or to insert some variables. Let's say you'd like to include the client name, you'd like to include any variable. So as you can see here, you just need to click on the insert placeholders, and you can use all these fields in the subject where they will be replaced by their values automatically whenever you send the email directly from the system. Also, you can specify the content and insert some in the content as well, some variables, some placeholders from the insert placeholders available in the page. I already did an example to show you how you can create different templates. As you can see here, I created the matter updates, case update. You can create as many templates as needed, and I can add it. So in the matter updates template, this is the subject, as you can see here. Inside the subject, I added the company name. Let's say you would like to add as well a description or the arrival date if needed. So this can be added in the subject. You can specify the field that should be added in the subject, CC person if needed. And in the content, as you can see here, I added dear client name, which is the a variable here. this is the email, and I would like to include the matter details, let's say the current status, the next step. If you'd like to include more information, you can do so automatically from there. So this is how you can create a template related to the matter. And now from inside the matter or the case itself, whenever I go through any matter available on my system, let's say legal consultation for ABC, this matter. So from the emails tab, I can compose an email now, and I can choose from the templates. As you can see here, it will appear automatically. So I can choose the matter updates as an example. The subject will appear automatically. Make sure that the client name is including in the matter. If you add the client name, let's say, as a variable into the email itself. And as you can see here, all the variables are filled in automatically because I already add them into the matter itself. And I can send now the email directly based on the template directly from the system. I only need to include, of course, the email in my message. If this is already included in the client name, the email address, it will appear automatically there. So based on specific templates already created, you can choose whenever you create a new message, or you can click on the add template and it will redirect you as well to the same page from the system settings to create different templates related to the matter. Same option is available for the contracts and for the invoices. So if you'd like to create templates related to the contracts, this can be added from the system settings as well. So from the contracts and documents section, you have as well email templates, and you can create email templates related to the contracts. So I can, from the plus sign, create a new template. And if there's any existing one, I have the option to edit it, change the subject, insert as well some placeholders if needed. The same here in the content. And it will appear whenever you create an email directly from the contract itself, and you can choose this template as well. Same for the invoices. So from the billing, if I click on the advanced, and of course, anything related to the billing should be managed in the advanced, in the settings, in the billing module, not from the system settings. So from the settings here, I'll have the option under the invoices. If I click on the email templates, I can create email templates related to the invoices. Same here, I can create different ones, and I can, if I already added some templates, I can specify the subject of the email, the content itself, if you'd like to include some variables as well, so you can choose them. And whenever you're done and whenever you click on save, if you go through any invoice now, if you click on the invoice ID, you will be redirected to a page, of course, to access all the details related to the invoice itself. And from the email section, I can compose an email, choose a template. These are the templates already created related to the invoices. And I can choose, and as you can see here, I can attach any file if needed. Whenever I click on send, all the data are inserted by default. So this is how you can create now templates inside the system related to the matters that mean cases and corporate matters, contracts, and invoices. You can as well personalize email templates for both core and contra notification. So to be able to personalize the email notification for core and contra, first of all, you should, from the system settings of the application, if you click on the setup and configuration under the system preferences section, go through the system values, and you should allow the custom email. So make sure that the default value, or to enable the allow custom email in the system, in the setup and configuration of your system, and then click on save. So whenever you allow the custom email in your system, If I go back now to the system settings of the application, you should scroll down, and under the system preferences, you have now the email customization, where you can customize your email notification to suit your need. So now I can specify the module. Let's say I would like to customize the email related to the matters. I can specify the main language, and if you'd like to have a secondary language on your email. What are the sections that should appear in my email? So you want to enable the requested information to appear in the matters notification. As you can see here, hello, the matter was added by the specific user. I can add the requested information. These are the requested information, as you can see here. I can add the details related to the matter, like the ID, like the subject, the practice area, and so on and so forth. And I can add as well the history. So with the name, with the field name, the from to value, all the changes made by all the users with the date and time. Same for other modules. So this is for the matters. I can customize the email related to the contracts as well, where I can, let's say, add the requested information. I would like to add the history as well, so it will appear. I would like to add the details. Same for all the modules like the reminders, meetings, tasks, and all the other notifications. So this is a new option available now in the system where you can now customize the email notifications in Lexzur. The second topic to go through it in today's webinar is the new collection form. So whenever you invoice your client from the billing module, so now if I go through the view all invoices, as you can see here, I can access the list of invoices available in my system with their statuses. You can of course add a new invoice, and now you have an option to access the collection page. So from the collection page, I can access all the details related to the total, paid amount, the credit amount, and the balance. And let's say I will add a payment here related to the specific invoice. So whenever I add a payment, I just need to specify the date, the payment method, the deposit to account, and the amount. Let's say I will specify here 300, the amount. So whenever I click on save, as you can see here, it will, in the collection page, it will display the percentage. I can now access the paid amount. As you can see here, this is the paid amount, and versus the total versus the balance due and the percentage. Also, if there is any attachment, this can be, you have the option to download it automatically from there. And also, you have a new feature available where you can, from the payment, you can use the trust fund. So if there is any deposit amount or trust fund related to the specific client, which is in our case, Maria, so, or BLP industry, sorry. So I can access the trust asset account, as you can see here with the balance. And I can add a payment from the trust automatically from there. So I just need to specify the date. I need to specify the deposit to account and the amount, as you can see here. And whenever I click on save, it will appear that in the collected payments. So this is related to the collection form, the new collection form. You can as well from the invoices. So you have the option to create duplicates or clones, any invoice, any bill, or any journal. So now I can automatically from there, by just clicking on the clone, I'll be redirected to a page to clone the same invoice, where I can change some information if needed. I just need, let's say, to change the unit price. So instead of adding the same information twice, I can clone the same invoice. The same for the journals. So if I go now from the advanced and access or view all the journals that are available in my system, I'll have the option also from the action wheel to clone, and the same for the bills. So now under the suppliers, if I click on the view all bills, let's say I would like to clone this specific bill, I just need to click on the action wheel, and of course you have the option now to clone, as mentioned, all the bills, all the invoices, and all the journals. Also in the billing module, you have now a new VAT audit report. It has been added to the system, and it's designed to meet ZATCA requirement. So this can be accessed, of course, from the reports. As you can see here, we have now the VAT audit report where I can filter by specific dates. Let's say we like from September 5 till today. As you can see here, I can generate this report where I can access all the client or supplier information, the tax number, the date, the reference number, if it's related to a bill or to an invoice or expense, the type, if it's taxable, the tax amount, and the tax percentage from one report that can be exported to Excel from the action wheel. So this is a new report included now in the billing module called VAT Audit Report. Other than that, so a new option has been added where you can now customize your invoice template, including specific field in the body. So of course, you can customize your own templates, and this has been available in our system, but we have the option right now. If you go through the invoices template from the, of course, from the advanced, if you click on the settings from inside the billing, under invoices, you can create as many templates as needed. You have the option to clone the same template as well, and you can customize an already existing template. So let's say here in my template, I would like to change the properties, the font, the header. I would like to upload my own logo. So I can change here the logo. Let's say it should be left, should be right. Include the firm's description. So you can include the firm's description and click on show. From the body, you have the option to change the styles, to change the table headers background, the title alignments, the borders, the margins, and in the default invoice information, you can specify the fields or the invoice information that should appear to your client. If you'd like to include, let's say, the bill to information, if you'd like to include the tax number, so you can enable or disable the invoice information that should appear for your client. Now, also in the template, you can customize. Let's say you don't want to include all this information. You need to include a table. So you have now the option to customize the invoice information that should appear on your invoice. This can be customized from there, and you have the option to insert the variables from there, all the variables. Let's say I would like to create a table. So I can create a table, as you can see here. I just need to specify the table and the variables or the placeholders that should appear. Let's say I would like to include here in the table the bill to information. I would like to include the due date of the invoice itself. I would like to include the terms, let's say. So it's up to you now to customize the invoice information which is related to your client. Of course, you have additional options that can be included to show the table titles if needed. As you can see here, I would like to include the table titles like time logs, like expenses, items, the item columns if you'd like. So if you'd like to show the items columns, the description for each column, the service category, and so on and so forth. So all of these options can be added as well to your invoice, and You can change the order of the table and in the time entries, if you'd like to show the summary of the time entries. So let's say I don't want to show the summary, it will not be included in my invoice. If you choose to show the summary, a new table will be added with the user code, with the user information that the sum of the time log on the specific on the invoice itself, with the rate for each user and the amount. So this is how you can customize your template. And of course, in the custom in the invoice information, you can now customize the way that you'd like the data that should appear for your clients. If you'd like them to appear under a table, to have the variables like this, so it's up to you. You can customize. Another topic to go through it in today's webinar as well is that you can now customize the matters view page by adding new sections or pages with custom fields if needed. So let's say inside the matter, I'd like to add a new tab, let's say called financials, under the corporate matters or under the litigation cases. How can I do so with specific fields? So this can be added from the system settings. So if I click on the action wheel near to my avatar, click on the system settings, you have custom fields under the matters. As you can see here, we have the general information page where I can add custom fields related to the general information page. If you'd like to create a new page, you have now the option to do so. So let's say we'd like to create a page called financials as an example. And of course, to include specific fields inside the specific page. Of course, you can add an icon related to the matter page created, and the matter page name can be added in all languages, in different languages if needed. So now I have a new page added called financial, as you can see here, and I'll have the option to, if you'd like to create some fields, you can do so. Let's say now I would like to add a custom field, which is not available in my system. You can now specify to which page it's related. Is it related to the page financial or to the general information page? So let's say it's related to the financial page created now, and it's applicable on both, let's say, corporate matters and litigation case for specific practice area, which is agreement, or for all the practice areas. So you can choose, and you can choose the type of the custom field. If this is a single text, if it's a text box, list, a person, number, duration, and so on and so forth. So let's say this is a text box and the custom field name is budget, let's say comment. And we'd like also to add a new custom field. I think it's already there, the budget comment. I will include another custom field called budget as an example. Of course, you can include it in different language if needed as well. And whenever now I save, as you can see here under the financial page, I have now a new custom field called budget, which is a text box, and you can add as many custom fields as needed into this page, which is the financial one. So now under the matters, if I go through any matter, it depends, of course, on the practice area configured. So under the matters, because I configured it for all the practice areas, you have now a new page called financials, where you have the budget added, the custom field budget added as a text box. So now, as mentioned, you can customize the pages related to the matters, related to the cases, related to a specific practice area, include specific fields into the specific page. Other than that, of course, this is related to the matters and to the litigation cases. You can include different pages in different, let's say in the matter, I would like in all the matters with the practice area agreement, I would like to include the page financial, but in the other matters with the practice area legal opinion, I would like to include different page or different custom fields. You can do so. Other than that, to go through the another topic for today's webinar is the client portal. So you can now customize the client portal homepage. You can prevent editing or adding attachment from the client portal. Of course, enable the milestone to appear for the client portal users as well. How to do so? From the system settings of the application as well. The administrator, if I go through the system settings of the application, from the setup and configuration, I have a section called client portal, where if you'd like to, first of all, prevent editing or adding attachment from the client portal. So once the contract is shared with the client portal users, the system will prompt the user to confirm whether the associated document, if available, should also be visible on the client portal. So an option has been introduced in the settings here to enable the attachment to be automatically visible on the client portal. As you can see here, this is available under the clients in the setup and configuration, where I can now allow attachment controls. It can be, so I can allow the attachment control regardless of the approval status of the document, or only before the contracts are approved. So it depends here on the default value that you choose, and then you can allow the attachments control or not. So this is the first new feature available in the client portal. I can now as well allow the clients through the client portal to add contacts and companies. So whenever you're adding a new request from the client portal, you can allow the client portal users to add companies and contacts from the request itself. Also, you have a new option available right now that you can allow the client portal users to sign up directly from the client portal. Do you want them to sign up directly? I can change the default value to yes, and I can specify the type if they can sign up as a collaborator or as a client or both. And if you exceed the maximum limit for collaborators, a warning will appear for you as an administrator that you have reached the maximum limit for a collaborator, and you can add more. You can request it here by just clicking on the click here. Of course, from the same page, I have the option to change the organization name that should appear for the client portal users. A new option has been added to allow the client to add the milestone. If you'd like to allow the client portal users to add the milestone, which is available under the contracts module, you can do so. So the client portal users will have the option to add milestones as well. You can change, of course, the view of the client portal or the homepage welcome prompt. So as you can see here, this is the default one to submit a new request on the below option as an example. So let me show you the client portal now. So as you can see here, this is I have now the option to change the prompt message. So instead of having here submit a new request by clicking on one of the options below, I can change this message if needed. I can change the welcome message as well, the logo, let's say here I have matters, cases, contracts, and agreements. I have the option from inside the system settings to change the tickets page naming. I have the option to change the matter containers names as well, the documents and contracts page name. So all of these can be managed from the system settings from inside the client portal. I can as well enable the approval and signature history. So if you'd like the client portal users to access the approval and the signature history, this can be enabled or disabled from there. I can hide the hearings details from the client portal by default. I can show the matter container. So all of the configuration can be managed from the client portal box. So these are the new features that are now available under the client portal section. Other than that, we have a new UI UX related to the hearings grid. So you can now, under the matters, if you go through the hearings, you can access the new design related to the hearings, where you can search by specific hearing and matter name, by summary by lawyer, by external court, or reference. You can add a new hearing directly from the specific grid. So by just clicking on the add hearing, I'll be redirected to add all the hearing information, as you can see here. Also, I can manage the filters. So as you can see here, I have some filters created. I'll have the option to manage the filters and to create more filters if needed. Also, as you can see here, I can filter, let's say, where I can access only my hearings. I can access my hearings for tomorrow if there's any. All the hearings in the system if I have the permission to do so. Also, I can filter from the same grid. So you can filter by specific assignee name, by hearing type, by date, external court reference number, and you can specify which column you as a user wants to appear on your grid. So let's say you would like to add here the summary by lawyer. I would like to hide the client position. So it's up to you here to specify the columns that should appear for you as a user, and it will appear, of course, on your grid. Other than that, I'll have the option to export all these hearings from the export button to Excel. Current fields are the fields that I already add them in the columns or specify them to appear in my grid. All the fields are all the fields that are available in the system. Great. So, okay, everyone, we're coming at the end of the webinar. To wrap up, we covered the specific topics. So we covered how to customize the email templates added for emails related to the invoices, matters, and contracts. How to personalize the email templates for both core and contra notification. The ability to access the new collection form, create duplicates or clones of transactions like invoices, bills, and journals, generate the VAT audit report, customize the matters view page with specific custom fields if needed, customization of the client portal homepage, and some configuration in the client portal. Of course, feel free to, if you have any question, if you'd like to request any training or support from our team, feel free to contact us anytime via the chat tool, via the support channels as well. And we're conducting weekly training sessions as well. So you can, from the website, register to these weekly training sessions. Again, I want to thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here today. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next webinars.